Hello everyone and welcome back to Valheim. In the last episode we got to this swamp right over here to where bone mass is at. We also set up a really quick coal generator over here and we found this location. I think this will work for the base idea we have in mind here. Now we're gonna have to expand towards this way. There's a bunch of tall trees. There's actually, by the looks of it, a house here as well. Might have some loot in it. But yeah, I've been thinking about how to do this. I think the best way to do it is to start on this tree. So I chopped away all the little trees around it. We got a bit of extra land here now as well because I raised it up a bit. And I think I want to start on making the platform on this tree specifically. And it'll just be the entrance. Now we have to keep in mind that we have to stay away about somewhere between 10 or 15 meters from this, from the geyser. So that's gonna be fun, I guess. But that's why I want to have the entrance here, so we can have a platform over here with the portal, and I'm probably have some crafting things over there. We might even get our bed over here as well, although no, because that will also have to deal with that. We'll see just how it goes. I got a bunch of wood here, so I guess we can just kind of start laying things out. I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna go, by the way. I've never really done this before either. But what I was thinking is if we just put this down, right? And then can we snap a platform on it, like so? Might even have to make actually a very small extra one that goes in it just to make it look nice. Or I guess a bigger one. There we go. Now we have to get up there as well. I was thinking the ladders, because it's realistically the only way how we're going to be getting up. I kind of want to make it so mobs can't get on it. And that's really going to be tough. And also this doesn't really look the best. So how the heck are we going to even get up there? So what if we start like right there? Can we can jump on it. And this should, well, we'll be dead if we keep doing that. Okay, so we can technically jump up here now. That's good, so we can start constructing the rest of this. Now getting up is going to be quite the hassle then, I feel. But we'll get used to it, I guess. This is also a very odd idea, I'm pretty sure, within the game world. I doubt these trees are really meant for building up against. Because then I'm thinking, because I don't want to go out too far, we'll just do something similar to this to kind of round it out a bit. So we have at least enough walking space here, right? Alright, so I feel like we really have to use the same thing we used for the docks. It's just build out a tiny little beam and go from here, maybe. So I'm wondering if mobs could walk up this. Like, there's this tiny lip. They can't really jump. They can attack it, however, though, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that might be an issue, actually. Luckily, we only have to deal with the platform and stairs being in the way for at least this part. Because the other ones we'll just have to get up from. Alright, so then we got the beam in. All we have to do is put down some extra foundations, which we want to do with these wooden beams. Like this one here. If we do that on all sides, I think it will look pretty well. So we have these platforms. However, as you can see, they're already extremely damaged. Now this happens when it's raining. Things will just get damaged over time. But since it's raining constantly, it goes really fast. For some reason not here, but I think this is being blocked by the tree somehow. But yeah, over here it's like already halfway. Even these beams are already starting to degrade. So in order to counter that, we have to put up some roofs. And this is probably going to be the most difficult part about making this making this base, to be honest. Because roofs are kind of a pain. Actually, the one thing I didn't think about is you can't really put campfires on top of wood. So that might be an issue. I know we can make a bigger bonfire type thing. We need the stone cutter for that though. And we don't have the iron over here yet, but there is a crypt somewhere over there. This thing's working pretty well, I must say. Look at how much coal and stuff there is to loot. And as soon as we get all the things over here, it's gonna be so nice. So sadly, a lot of these fires, they require copper or bronze, so we can only really make these standing torches, sadly. So we'll have to do with these. These are very cheap as well, so that is quite nice. We'll just fill them up and they should last us quite a while. And with a roof above them, which this one doesn't have currently. I'm not sure if this one counts actually. But yeah. Also, these have officially roofs over them now, so as you can see, it doesn't really start to degrade anymore, except for the ones that I haven't fixed yet. We are running out of wood pretty fast, though. We don't even have 2 stacks here anymore. You know, I was thinking, how about if we just do this? But I don't think... No, you don't have a smaller half a wall. So we'll run into the weird things we've built here. There's no way that it's just 5 minutes. Holy shit, the thing goes off constantly. But we'll have to build some sort of railing though, because I don't want to keep falling off. Well, not that I fell off, but... Eventually, I feel like that's going to happen regardless. There might be some parts that will probably not be protected by this roof. And that's just the weird way roofs work in this game. Sadly enough. I'm not sure what to really do against those type of situations, but I think we should be fine. Okay, so if I want to have a workbench, I should probably put it over here. Yeah, I think this should work fine. It's like, you guys see the circle here, the little line, dotted line? Or the striped line, I guess it is. It isn't going over the spawn area, but hopefully that means they don't spawn here, so it only spawns in there. Oh yeah, there we go. That is confirmation right there. It still works. Sweet. Biggest concern though is if we can walk past here, we cannot. Okay, well that's gonna be an issue. Because we do need this workstation here. Where can we just put it though? Can we walk past this? Oh, we can just squeeze, but this is where the bridge is gonna go, sadly though. Or we'll have to put it probably on this side here. We don't really come here anyway. Like, the closest tree is over there. And I was just gonna be a very weird... Well, I guess the closest tree is over here, actually. We'll see with that later, I guess. We can always move them anyway. See, can we use it? Stations to exposed. That is the other issue though, but this is not really a crafting area anyway. This is mainly for, actually. Yeah, this is just mainly for protection, I guess. That's what we're gonna be using it for. Okay, so that did lower the, or did pull this one in a bit. Let us though, for now as well, put a chest here. Or maybe put 2 chests down, actually. Collect all the loot we get from this place. Like all the coal, all the cores. We are technically getting heads here as well. And I'm not 100% sure what we should do with those. Because the trophies aren't really, like, useful. I mean, these specific ones, they give off a tiny bit of light. But that's about it. Yeah, this site in particular. I see, there's like a little hole here. So this beam is not under the protection of the roof, so this one is gonna degrade. But they don't break, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. It's gonna look weird. Because they get a bit green and it's gonna slant a bit. Which is really annoying, but it's just kinda how it is, I guess. So as a reminder as well, we'll probably be spending quite a bit of time in this area before we properly leave. Especially if we have to set everything up still. So it's really nice that we're here right now. As you guys can see, just while building this one tiny entrance platform, we got 26 cores. And look at how much coal we've gotten. Almost an entire row. That's already over the 200 coal that we have over here. So imagine if that platform there, that's gonna house the portal. And probably some storage as well. So that platform's gonna be like probably 2 times this size over here. Maybe even 2.5 times. Because we have some walking space and we need to go past all these things, the chests. I want to have some decent space for the portal as well. So it's going to be larger, which means it's going to take a little more time. Meaning this has a lot more time to go off. I actually wonder, do beds work towards geysers? Like, can they spawn here or no? Can I build a bed still? Because I actually really want to test this out, because if so, we are just going to build our bedroom probably over here, to be honest. I don't have wood. Because if we can just build it over there, our bedroom, we don't really have to deal with getting a fire up there. Now I think probably a fire... No, fire doesn't really travel up as far either. That's just a waiting game again, so if it spawns, that means yes. What I'm hoping, though, is that the geyser fire goes up a lot farther than just down here. Because, yeah, the fire goes up all the way to there, right? But it's a video game, so maybe the fire point is set to down here. Well, they are spawning over there. But only one of them did. Which really makes me think that this bed is gonna be the problem. Man, can I really not put anything down? I'm gonna leave it down here for a little while. I'll be right back, I guess. Yeah, I think it's quite confirmed that the bed stops them from spawning as well. I just slept, and that also skips a bunch of time, so it was able to spawn again. But he only spawned over there again. So this is literally just not working. There we go, they immediately start spawning. Yeah, alright, so we cannot have a bed here either, meaning we really can't do anything in this area. Alright, so it is a couple real life days later since I made the last clip. I did something in between. I was mainly talking about future plans for other bases, right? But then I learned a bunch of new stuff in the meantime, and basically that entire idea isn't gonna work. And this video is already getting decently long. I did not expect that. I did edit the rest of the parts, so I'm just gonna do a couple quick things to kinda beef up the video, because the only thing I really did was mess around with the new swamp base. But that's really like a learning process, so now that we know that, we can go in a lot faster. I also took the time to chop trees for 5 minutes, and this is basically what I got for 5 minutes. So that is a decent amount. But honestly, it's probably just gonna give us the other platform in all honesty. Alright, well, I'm gonna have some other sad news though. And that sad news has to do with the swamp. It's not that large. I went around and marked all the cribs, which is one, which is pretty bad. Hopefully it's a very big one, which has a lot of iron, but I think we're gonna need to take the boat to down here to this other swamp, and hopefully we'll get somewhere there. I also marked all the trees, and at one of the trees I died, sadly. But I marked the big trees, because the big trees, they have the guck, and I kind of want to have the guck, and we need them for later anyway. There is a bit of meadows around here, and that's something I want to explore, because there's a tiny funny looking island over here, which I wanted to check out. And then also this desert looking area is a plains biome. So that's really cool and really good, which means one of these days we'll go explore that, which is currently like the end game biome, but we need some of the logs fur before we go to the next place. So we'll need to do it afterwards anyway, but I might want to wait until we have iron armor for that. Can the boat, like, please just move forward? What the heck is it even doing? Okay, stop pushing it around. This is why episodes take so long, guys. It's just having to deal with this AI bullying me all the time. Alright, let's get offshore for a sec, actually. Yeah, this boat is taking quite the beating from this drogger. Let's get out of here. At least they're helping me push the boat now, which is pretty nice. But yeah, look at this tiny little island. There's a couple of them around here, which is pretty funny. I wanted to check this one out in particular because it has loot on it. Or at least it has a little hut on it, right? Well, I guess it'll be loot now. Never mind, the loot's gone. Did I get the meat? Nice. Actually need some neck as well. They seem to be running away. So it's a little house with a beehive inside, which is really nice. There's like specifically a tablet on that island too. It seems like the sun's going down as well, which is not good. Alright, so that might be just a bigger island over there. Well, that is no fun, I guess. Alright, well, let's head back. So now while we're having a very slow boat ride, one of the things I was thinking about that I talked about in the clip I just literally just deleted was a base that I wanted to have in the snow biome. So basically what I was thinking of is to kind of have like a fortress inside the mountain. Now this is technically, I guess, still possible if you have a very small one. But on the grand scheme of things, you cannot really build or chop into a mountain in this game, which is very sad. Because there's eventually just a hard limit, like you can't dig down infinitely either. You can only dig down probably like 6 or so meters, 6 to probably 8. And the same kind of counts for mountains. They still have that same logic to it, which is really annoying, I guess. Which means that a mountain base like digging it inside of the mountain wouldn't work. And it will take the entire thing down. Even if you cut it from below, it will take everything above it down as well. Oh, this is plains. Well, I already kind of knew that, but there's a town here too. And there's a mountain. It looks actually pretty cool though. Yeah, of course, have a fucking ghost chase me as well. While we have no stamina to really deal with it. Come on. Well, this might be an issue. I guess he got scared? Maybe he's afraid of the fire? Well, that's pretty good. We already should put down some more workbenches around too, because it will stop these leeches from spawning, as well as everything that's over there. Anyway, this is going to do it for today's episode. In the next episode, what we'll probably be doing is making a little bridge over to that side and making the entrance for the portal room. I'll probably start construction on that. I'll probably use the portal room as a storage room as well, like I was talking about earlier in the episode. And then we have that, and then we'll also explore the crypt that is somewhere over there. And we'll really have to set up some furnaces on both sides, like one over here, and there also still has to be one on our main Meadows base. So that we can start smelting that iron, and then we can start getting some iron tools, because we have quite a bit of iron over there. So we can at least start on getting the armor and the materials needed. But we also have to set up the forge and stuff over this on this side, but we'll probably do that over there somewhere. And we'll probably do the next the episode afterwards. Just depends on how long we'll spend on this one over here. I do kind of want to get more into decorating these areas, because right now we didn't really do much for decoration wise. But I'm also thinking of just holding off on that until we make our grand, large castle that I want to build in the plains biome. Because that's going to require a ton of resources. Resources are pretty scarce to get, so we'll probably just hold off for that. Anyway, for right now, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye, everyone.